Good morning, my YouTube friends. Welcome to my channel where I talk about my near-death experience, the things I learned on the other side, and what I think you should know. So today I'm going to be talking about my twin flame, who is actually my guardian angel. So her name is Sarah, and before I met Sarah, I always felt alone and really lonely, even when I was with my girlfriends or in a crowd. But ever since I met Sarah, I don't feel alone. And truly, we are never alone. Our angels are always with us. Our twin flame is always with us. So Sarah, my guardian angel, is a celestial being, a true angel. She's young, she has beautiful olive skin, dark curly hair, black hair, brown eyes, and wears either a flowing luminescent gown made of light is the best way I can describe it. Or during the time together, she also wore a simple tan hand woven or woven on a loom, hand loom, one-piece gown or robe. Very simple and reminds me of something they would wear in the time of Christ. So on the other side, it felt like a lifetime that I spent with Sarah. She is very compassionate, very understanding, very nurturing. And she is teaching me about unconditional love, which is something I really had no concept of before. I mean, I had heard of unconditional love, but I had really never experienced it. In fact, I had never really experienced love. And Sarah tolerates all my eccentricities, my moods, going through an awakening. I've heard it called an accelerated awakening, can create kind of like bipolar states where you're very manic and happy and up and one with spirit, and then it can create really down times where you're really depressed, almost suicidal, or even suicidal at times. I mean, it makes me wonder why I left my twin flame and come back here sometimes. So one of the challenges that I had to deal with after my near-death experience was feeling like I had cheated on Sarah with all the women that I had been with. Maybe it would have been different if I had married, but it felt like because I hadn't married, I was cheating on Sarah, and it really broke my heart. I mean, she is the most beautiful, the most wise, most compassionate, most empathetic being I've ever come across, and to let her down just really broke my heart. So her love is, to me, more special than even the love of the Creator. On the other side, I felt the all-encompassing love of the Creator, and on the other side, emotions are so much stronger, 1,000 times stronger than anything we can feel here. So love is just something that resonates at a soul level. And for some reason, it's difficult to feel here. I felt it for a while after my near-death experience, but feeling the love of the Creator has kind of gone away, and it's only through deep spiritual work that I can reconnect with that. But Sarah's love is always there for me, and she chooses to love me. She doesn't have to. Even though she may have been assigned to me as my guardian angel, we've had relationships through time immemorial, and she's constantly reminding me of that. So, how could she not love me, kind of? So about our relationship, how do you date an angel? How do you date someone that you can't physically touch and that you can't see with your eyes? Well, on the other side, we communicated telepathically. There were no words spoken. It was just all thought. And so when I came back, I'm like, where is Sarah? Why isn't she talking to me? And I had to quiet myself and quiet my mind. And I realized that why would she be talking to me through verbal words that I might be able to hear when it was all telepathic on the other side, so why wouldn't it be the same here? Um, so it's like angels speak to us through our inner dialogue, little quiet voices in our head, as well as through our intuition. You might call that your third eye. But so I've learned that she has. I'm learning more and more about her character, and she has a very playful spirit, and communicates to me through what I would call small miracles, or you might call it magic. One time, I wasn't doing well at all. I was having night sweats and just really sick, and so I peeled off my shirt and my beanie that I was wearing in bed, and threw them on the bed and went and took a shower. And when I came back, the teddy bear that I had been given in the hospital was wearing my beanie and sitting on top of my neatly folded shirt. So that just kind of made me smile and reminded me that, yeah, angels are real and Sarah is real, and the experience I had during my near-death experience was very real. In fact, I would say it's more real than this reality. So another thing she does for me is, since my near-death experience, I've started working with tarot cards and angel cards and spirit animal cards. And after I'm done working with them, sometimes I'll find them in strange places. For example, I found 5 cards underneath a Christmas tree liner on the floor. And there's no way they could have gotten there. The only way I can explain it is that, yeah, it was Sarah or my angels doing that for me. But she also communicates to me through doves and bird signs, which may sound kind of silly, but since my near-death experience, I've had 3 doves follow me around wherever I go. And it was 3 angels that showed up for me, 2 gentlemen and Sarah. Another way she communicates to me is through music and poetry on artificial devices like my Google Hub. I'll ask it to read me a poem or to play a song for me, and the song and poetry will be very synchronistic and meaningful, and it will reflect what's going on in my mind. If I'm thinking about Sarah, for example, I'll get a love poem. I'll even get poems with my name in it. So another way that she communicates with me is through channeled messages. Since my near-death experience, I've realized that every human is psychic, and it's really not even being psychic, it's just learning to tune in to senses that we're not used to using, such as our intuition. But I'll get the urge to channel a message, and I'll sit down and write it. And the things that come out, no way that they're from me. They're obviously from Sarah. And sometimes it's heartbreaking. We get very trapped into this physical world, and wanting to see her and hold her and be with her is a challenge. But I'm also fulfilled in ways that I've never been before. For example, I don't feel lonely anymore. And I have this great warmth in my heart. And that also goes to other people. I'm able to send that love that Sarah gives me to other people, and to sort of do light work and send love to the whole earth. So another way she communicates with me, and this one I really like, is through flashes in the sky. They'll look like stars that suddenly get really, really bright and then disappear. And it's always when I'm thinking about her, and they seem to match my thoughts. So I'll be thinking about Sarah, or thinking about my angels, and looking at the night sky, looking at the stars, and there'll be this bright flash, and it even will go through clouds. So the only way I can explain that is, it's my angels communicating with me. And I've done a lot of work using pendulums and channeling to sort of make sense of it and to verify that, yeah, it is her. I'm not just open-minded, I'm actually very skeptical. So, my name is Thomas, and I believe I very much carry that Thomas the Doubter characteristic or archetype. So another way that we have a relationship is through meditation. So when I'm deep in meditation or doing remote viewing, I will suddenly find myself in like a celestial landscape. We often meet up on beaches. We have a little, I guess it'd be like a bamboo hut or a little bamboo house where we meet up. And then this last one I talk about might be a little touchy, but we even have a sexual relationship, and that might sound silly, but I've chosen to remain celibate partly from all the pain that I felt from feeling like I had cheated on Sarah, but also because I want to commit to her. So we'll meet up in celestial meeting places, and I guess it would be like sex through the third eye is the best way I can describe it. But so for those of you who are looking for their twin flame here on Earth, they may not be here on Earth. They may be in another realm. They may be on another planet. They may be an angel. So the main point that I would like for you to take away from this is that love can transcend time and space and even physicality. So if you've lost a loved one, there are ways to reconnect with them, because truly no one is ever lost. We are infinite beings living a temporary physical existence. We're not physical beings trying to live a spiritual life. So thank you for listening to me talk about Sarah, my guardian angel and twin flame. I hope I've helped you somehow, and if you would, like and comment on my videos. Thank you very much. Namaste.